Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Smackdown, and tonight we have what could most likely be one of the best Smackdowns ever to be seen. AJ Styles, the United States Champion, is in action, but tonight we also hear from Brock Lesnar regarding the challenge from Keith Lee.
And they all come to a head here tonight. This place is...
And it is time for Brock Lesnar to make his way down here to Smackdown. Brock Lesnar got called out last week by Keith Lee, knowing that they both do not have a big match. They were in a number one contenders matchup recently, a triple threat number one contenders match. Brock Lesnar, Tommaso Ciampa, and Keith Lee. Tommaso Ciampa ended up walking out with a big victory there. And a lot of people are thinking that Brock may ultimately just accept this so he gets himself that paycheck coming up. But you never know what is on the mind for Brock Lesnar. Obviously, he has his sights on Roman Reigns and that Universal Championship, as well as Paul Heyman, who is sided with Roman Reigns. So a lot of things are going on. A lot of things got to be in the head of Brock Lesnar. And usually we would always have the advocate, Paul Heyman, talking for Brock Lesnar, but that is not happening tonight. Brock Lesnar is going to be talking to us here, and the question is, will Brock Lesnar accept? I believe he will, but we are just mere moments from finding out on a stacked card here for Smackdown. Suplex City is here in Tampa, Florida. What is on the Beast's mind tonight? Who else wants to see a hoss fight coming up in 2 weeks' time at Judgment Day? I personally love Keith Lee stepping up to the plate and actually being man enough to call me out. So you know what, Keith Lee? I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I accept, and I'll see you at Judgment Day. But I want everyone to realize, once I am done with Keith Lee at Judgment Day, I will have my sights on the Universal Championship and the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. Because I have no shadow of a doubt that Tommaso Ciampa is not going to be walking out with that Universal Championship. Big opportunity for Raquel Gonzalez, as Raquel Gonzalez will be taking on the SmackDown Women's Champion, Becky Lynch. And for Becky Lynch, we haven't seen her last couple weeks, but now Becky Lynch is finally back. And for Becky Lynch, she has a number one contender, and that being Io Shirai. Last week here we crowned a new number one contender. It was Charlotte Flair versus Io Shirai. Io Shirai pulling off a big win in her young career. And at Judgment Day, we could see ourselves a new SmackDown Women's Champion. But now Becky Lynch has to focus on the dangerous Raquel Gonzalez. She's got that strength, the power, the athleticism, everything that you could ask for in a very powerful human being. That is Raquel Gonzalez. And she is looking to become very impressive tonight by taking on the SmackDown Women's Champion. And you know what, even if she does happen to lose tonight, at least have a strong showing against the champion. And talking about the man, here she comes, your SmackDown Women's Champion. She's going to have herself a tough test tonight, and also in 2 weeks' time. The SmackDown card is becoming very stacked from top to bottom. A lot of big names on that card. And like Roman Reigns taking on Tommaso Ciampa. You have, obviously, now Brock Lesnar taking on Keith Lee one-on-one. You have a triple threat tornado tag team match coming you guys away from the SmackDown tag titles between the Usos, Diamond Line, and Cruise Control, and so many other matches. So be on the lookout for the match cards for both TLC and also. After ringing that bell, here we go. Raquel Gonzalez versus Becky Lynch to open us up here. And this match is going to be a hard-hitting one for sure, as well as, you know, we have that big match card for you tonight. You could definitely say it's got a feel of a pay-per-view card for sure. with the likes of AJ Styles, your United States champion, taking on Cesaro one-on-one in a non-title matchup. Last week here, we saw AJ Styles take on John Cena, where AJ Styles would hit a cradle and basically steal a victory from John Cena. Styles would roll out of the ring, kind of leave, but Cena's like, nope, that's not going to happen. Tosses them back in. Both men would continue their altercation, and Cena ultimately would get the upper hand by hitting a top rope attitude adjustment to AJ Styles. So got something definitely brewing between those two men. As now Gonzalez, big axe handle, takes down Becky Lynch. Also, talking about big matches later on tonight, the Usos take on the Diamond Mine as we get a little preview of what could be on our way at Judgment Day pay-per-view, as well as another big matchup. We have Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins one-on-one tonight. Plus more here on Smackdown, so make sure you guys stay tuned. We have officially got Keith Lee and Brock Lesnar, two hosses going at it at the Judgment Day card, so I cannot wait to see how that's going to fare. This big drop kick there from Becky Lynch, getting all fired up here on Raquel Gonzalez. As Lynch now going to go high risk. Big leg drop there from the second rope. Doesn't have to be fancy as long as it gets the job done. So Raquel Gonzalez, all the way slam. Is not going to be feeling too good for that lower back there of Becky Lynch. And, Becky Lynch may be in trouble if she continues to take these big, powerful maneuvers from Raquel Gonzalez. Oh, nice enziguri reversal there from Becky Lynch. Stays in this matchup. Champ looking good here early. As the pump handle slam maneuver, almost like a pump handle rock bottom. Will this be enough? 2, 3. Yes, it is. Becky Lynch picks up a much-needed win. A lot of people are thinking maybe she's been rusty since she hasn't been here for the last couple weeks here on SmackDown. But Becky Lynch picks up the big win to open up here on SmackDown. Go back and forth with that big slam there, but as we get another angle, a lot of back and forth tonight. But Becky Lynch, your SmackDown Women's Champion, with a big win. Will this be the scene in a couple weeks' time, or will we see a new champion in Io Shirai? Judgment Day is just coming up very, very soon, so we will have to find out then. And now we get to have ourselves a good old-fashioned tag team wrestling match as the Bloodline make their way down to the ring. Jimmy and Jey Uso, there for the longest time before Roman Reigns came back. They're kind of, they were one of the best tag teams. They still are one of the best tag teams, but they weren't getting these opportunities that they once had. But ever since helping out Roman Reigns, they've been getting more opportunities. That's what's going to happen when you're part of the Bloodline. You're going to get more opportunities. But if you guys notice, Roman Reigns has been struggling lately as your Universal Champion. Losing to a Big E a couple weeks ago, and then losing to RVD, the return of RVD last week here. So Roman Reigns, could he be in for some trouble at Judgment Day? Will Tommaso Ciampa be able to capitalize on mistakes? Or will at Judgment Day will all the Bloodline members walk out with the championships, with the tag team championships for the Usos and the Universal Championship for Roman Reigns? A lot of big stuff coming our way. As there is Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, ladies and gentlemen, part of Diamond Mine. Once formerly known as the Undisputed Era. They did fall up a bit short at the recent pay-per-view. I believe it was Hell in a Cell against Cruise Control. They get another opportunity coming up in 2 weeks' time at Judgment Day. First off, it was going to be a normal tag team match. But The Rock has decided to make it a triple threat match. The Usos, Street Profits, and Alpha Academy had a chance last week to be added to it, and the Usos ended up ultimately winning that match. So we'll see how it's going to fare at Judgment Day. It's going to be a hard-hitting match. The match is going to be all over the place, and And when I say all over the place, I mean that in a totally really good way. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears in this match. Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, kind of rebuilding their own version of the Undisputed Era here in WWE. And they've been quite impressive, defeating a lot of the big names here. But tonight they're going to have to defeat one of the best tag teams in the world today, if not all time, with that being the Usos. As here we go, it looks like we're going to have Roderick Strong kick us off here with Jimmy Uso. Ooh, referee, getting double teamed here. We have ourselves an early disqualification. Too many of those happened. Referee finally getting out of the way, which is a good thing, honestly. Let's look at Roderick Strong. Brutal suplex. Roderick Strong is just one of those brutal superstars, ladies and gentlemen, that you take too many backbreakers, too many bumps from him, and it's going to be, you're going to see yourself on the sidelines for a very long time. So back and forth here early in this matchup. First time ever matchup between both teams here, as Usos and Dynamite going at it here. Could go for the submission tap out. Will Strong be able to get out? Yes, he does. But we do have a big stacked card for you for Judgment Day. Plenty more to be announced, I'm sure. Maybe we're getting close. I guess you never know. I guess we have to still kind of figure out the United States Championship picture as well. Will Cena get that opportunity? Will somebody else? We'll have to find out. But we know a lot of the bigger matches. The Intercontinental Championship is on the line. Big E looks to take on The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, one-on-one. And also Universal Championship is on the line. Roman Reigns takes on Tommaso Ciampa. We see Keith Lee taking on Brock Lesnar. We're going to see the Dirty Dogs, Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler, taking on the Brawling Brutes, Sheamus and Pete Dunne. These teams can just not get enough of each other. This rivalry brewing from NXT, both teams being brought over to Smackdown, and it's an all-out brawl. It's crazy back here. Now look at Strong, big clubbing blows to the side of the dome here. Usos will be very careful here. Strong, one of the best wrestlers in the world today, and same with Kyle O'Reilly. Very dangerous in that ring. Ooh, big Alabama slam. They were very, very dangerous, a part of the Undisputed Era when it was Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong, and Adam Cole. But unfortunately, Adam Cole is no longer in WWE at the moment. Same with Bobby Fish, though. Let's look at them now. Now, Kyle O'Reilly. We'll go for the pinfall here. Will this be enough? Oh, that's one that drop kick sailing over the head there. Ooh, and Kyle O'Reilly a little bit faster than Hamilton. Oh, super. Oh, not another one. Kyle O'Reilly. Will that be enough? Two! Oh, so close. Very, very close. Good old-fashioned tag. Here comes Jimmy Uso. Bloodline looking to make their tribal chief very happy. They're going to pick up another marquee win on their rise to becoming the Smackdown Tag Team Champions at Judgment Day. O'Reilly, brain buster there. Maybe for the pinfall. Will this be enough? Oh, 2.5. Now O'Reilly he's gonna go for the tag. Wasn't really sure what he was gonna do at first. Strong just gonna rub it in here a little bit. He's got some time. Shouldn't give Jimmy Uso way too much time here. That could ultimately be a setup here. He's getting strong, doing a little bit back and forth, a little bit of keeping both men fresh. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, but Kyle O'Reilly did not want to eat that chop to the chest. You could hear that from the cheap seats. It's as if Walter was in here chopping people's chest in. Here we go with another tag. Here comes Jey Uso. Oh, what a sucker punch there from Jey. Oh, into a super kick right to the ribs. These moves just get bigger and bigger later in this matchup, and another one right to the ribs. And I mean, that's going to be beneficial in the terms of, O'Reilly's not going to be able to breathe. So if he were to go for a submission or maybe a possible frog splash with that we're about to see here, frog splash right to the ribs. Is that enough to put away O'Reilly? And it is the Bloodline with another big win. And the Bloodline is looking better and better each day, even despite the singles losses by Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief. They always seem to figure it out in the end. And I think for Roderick Strong, I think he was thinking that O'Reilly was going to be able to kick out. But ultimately, those kicks to the midsection and then that big frog splash was just enough for the Usos to walk out with a big marquee win. Just look at that, multiple kicks there again, and then leading to that frog splash. The Usos win with the Usos splash. Can the Usos become tag team champions once again here on SmackDown? Ladies and gentlemen, it is a huge time to be part of the Bloodline. And now it is time for RVD to have himself another big match here and his return as RVD takes on the SmackDown singles debut of LA Knight. LA Knight was a part of a big old tag team match last week here on SmackDown, as it was LA Knight teaming up with Seth Rollins to take on Tommaso Ciampa and Kevin Owens. Owens and Ciampa picking up the win ultimately in the end of the night. RVD was taking on Roman Reigns. RVD picks up the win, but LA Knight wanted to make a name for himself once again. And he has his sights on this man, RVD. RVD has done a lot in this business, ladies and gentlemen. He is a WWE Hall of Famer. And LA Knight, the man that he is, he doesn't care who you are, especially a WWE Hall of Famer. LA Knight thinks that these part-time legends coming back to take their spotlight, it's not something that should be allowed. And now here comes LA Knight. This man has the charisma, the look, like we mentioned last week here. He's going to have to put it all together with the singles match. Biggest match of his whole career here early on here on the SmackDown. And if LA Knight can maybe pick up a string of wins, get himself an opportunity for one of the championships here. I think he might have his sights on the Universal Championship, but there's a lot of things that are going on with the United States Championship or even the Intercontinental Championship. So that'll be something that we keep an eye on for LA Knight. He's a man that is not going to sit in the back and let opportunities slip him by. He's the type of man that's going to capitalize on those opportunities. And tonight he gets that opportunity to kind of show why he believes that. Before ringing that bell, here we go. LA Knight versus RVD. Well, LA Knight, an up-and-coming superstar. RVD just recently coming back, picked up a massive win over Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion. But LA Knight's got to learn a lot from RVD, and especially with LA Knight attacking RVD after that match with Roman Reigns. That's something that you got to be very careful of. Is LA Knight may be picking the wrong fights with the wrong person. You just never know. You got to be very careful when it comes to that type of stuff. Look at that axe handle. LA Knight moving out of the way here. I'm going to capitalize, just throwing that neck area there of RVD. LA Knight looking to go high risk. Normally don't see LA Knight do these type of maneuvers, as a big axe handle takes down the Van Daminator. And look at the moonsault from himself. This shows the athleticism of LA Knight, ladies and gentlemen. When you look at a superstar like LA Knight, you don't really think you see him whip out a moonsault. But LA Knight knows how big this match is for his career, so if you have to pull out a move like that, pull it out. And now a moonsault there from RVD, just making it look easy. Pulling him out of his repertoire and maneuvers. And now RVD gonna toss LA Knight into the corner. Looks like he's gonna have some second thoughts there. And now RVD, oh, big maneuver there. Oh, RVD should have went for the pinfall off that. Could see if he could steal it, but RVD just gonna try and get this Tampa Florida crowd going here. Slowly but surely, RVD's just been, for the most part, pretty dominant in this matchup. LA Knight not really been able to get too many maneuvers in here, a little bit here and there. But massive night ahead of us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, here on SmackDown. Big E takes on Happy Corbin as Big E looks to get some momentum going up against The Fiend. The Fiend actually was in action last week, picking up a massive win on SmackDown, which is not much of a surprise. Fiend was basically squashing Rey Mysterio in short order. So we'll see how it's going to be faring in the nearing weeks here, as there is a rope break, unfortunately, for LA Knight. We'll see if LA Knight can continue this short momentum after hitting that big maneuver on RVD. Oh, a nice drop kick takes down Rob Van Dam. And for LA Knight, hey, pull out some big maneuvers here. Work on the outside, get some power maneuvers, or maybe not. If that was LA Knight, work on some damage to the outside, and maybe that will help you put this match away. As now LA Knight, high risk maneuver. Oh, and an elbow 3/4 away. And LA Knight thinks it may be enough, and it very well could be. 2. Oh, 2.5. Very, very close. For LA Knight, he cannot get too frustrated right now. He has to stay on the attack. And there we saw. That is what we saw before from LA Knight. 2, 3. LA Knight with a massive win. Big win in his singles debut here on SmackDown for LA Knight. The ever cocky, confident young man. RVD following a little bit of a setback tonight, winning against Roman Reigns and losing to LA Knight, but not going to come back and win every match. Hold on, LA Knight from behind. Come on. LA Knight making a name for himself, and if he has to put RVD on the shelf, he will do it right now as he throws him right into steel steps. Come on, LA Knight. And now we are about to hear from your Universal Champion here on SmackDown. Going to be addressing the whole SmackDown locker room. And definitely going to be addressing his opponent, Tommaso Ciampa. Roman Reigns, Tommaso Ciampa had some history there at Hell in a Cell. They had a big match at Hell in a Cell. Roman Reigns won. Tommaso Ciampa winning another opportunity in a #1 contenders matchup. And ultimately, you got to think if Tommaso Ciampa loses this opportunity, you got to think that it's going to be someone else is going to have to try and step up to Roman Reigns. Especially with this Judgment Day pay-per-view, the first ever Judgment Day pay-per-view. This is going to be a big night for this pay-per-view, especially for this roster as well. Obviously, the Usos aren't out here. Paul Heyman's not out here. Roman Reigns is going to do this all by himself right now. What is going to be on the mind of the Tribal Chief besides Tommaso Ciampa? And yeah, those losses are definitely probably going to get to Roman Reigns. Against Big E, against RVD. Roman Reigns, he's the Tribal Chief, the head of the table for a reason. But for Roman Reigns, he's got to think about what's next. And before we could even try and hear from Roman Reigns here, it looks like Tommaso Ciampa is going to make his way down to the ring here. And he looks like he's in his wrestling attire as well. Tommaso Ciampa and Roman Reigns are not scheduled for matches tonight, but it seems like both men, even Tommaso Ciampa, looks like he's ready for a fight as well. As Ciampa makes his way down to the ring, I see Roman Reigns is short off. It seems like he is ready for a big fight here, and I don't blame him. This is a big marquee main event for Judgment Day, and it definitely could go haywire. They need to be very, very careful on where this may go. Just the eeriness of Tommaso Ciampa. No one's going to survive. This man is, even if fans do like him, he doesn't do it for them. He does it for himself, for his family, for that money. Tommaso Ciampa does not care about much in this world today. You guys would know that from the early days of DIY with Johnny Gargano. Ciampa turning his back on Johnny Gargano. Ciampa usually doesn't do too well with teams. Last week they did pick up a win, Ciampa and Kevin Owens. But it is something now that we have to see at Judgment Day. Tommaso Ciampa, Roman Reigns, one-on-one for the Universal Championship. Crowd here in Tampa, Florida is ready. And now look, both men sizing each other up here. And it looks like Roman Reigns and Tommaso Ciampa gonna go back and forth here. Ciampa now. You figured Roman Reigns was gonna say something about Ciampa. Ciampa was probably gonna come out, and this was gonna ensue eventually. And now Reigns being tossed out on the apron. This is not good. And now Ciampa, big drop kick there. Tommaso Ciampa not playing around here, and now looking to go high risk, big knee to the chest. And this is not good for Roman Reigns here. But now Roman getting the open hand. Big jumping clothesline, and just like that, the scenario changes now. The complexity of this brawl changes. Not every day you get to see two dudes that just love absolute violence go to war. And now look at Reigns. Big, devastating punches and a kick there just to seize him up. Roman. No, spear! Spear out of nowhere. There to Tommaso Ciampa. And oh no. Roman Reigns, he's looking to put away. This is Roman Reigns' state of Florida. Oh my goodness, what a brutal maneuver. And now Roman Reigns looks like gonna put him on top of the table here. Tommaso Ciampa could be in trouble here. Oh no, Reigns about to put him through the table. Reigns with a Uranagi through the table. Are you kidding me? The Tribal Chief sends a message to Tommaso Ciampa. And now we are back with a good old-fashioned one-on-one contest. Look at Kevin Owens rocking the NWO shirt. Last time we saw a person wearing an NWO shirt, it was Finn Balor. And then a little bit after that, Kevin Owens, or I should say Finn Balor, would make a stable called Judgment Day. I heard that Kevin Owens is joining the Judgment Day, but anything is possible. But regardless, Kevin Owens making his way down to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Former NXT champion there here in Universe mode. And for, Kevin Owens going to be definitely frustrated with, obviously, yes, he became champion and whatnot. He sends a message to Seth Rollins and whatnot. But, these guys are getting very, very brutal very, very quickly. He does not like the cocky confidence of Seth Rollins. The prize fighter is going to try and put Seth Rollins down once and for all.
Oh, no. Oh, yes.
And now here comes the visionary, Seth freaking Rollins. The drip is on point tonight. Look at that. Rollins is not playing around. For Seth, I mean, he has his sights on that Universal Championship. There's a lot of superstars that have their eyes on that Universal Championship. And for Judgment Day after Tommaso Ciampa and Roman Reigns matchup, there may have to be a big situation where Rock or whoever needs to address it, because there's a lot of it's a stacked main event card here on Smackdown with the likes of Keith Lee, Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, Tommaso Ciampa, and I mean I can even say AJ Styles and Cena, Cesaro. I mean I could go on for days, but nonetheless it's something that you gotta maybe address eventually. But it seems like these superstars are kind of addressing it in their own way with Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins at the moment here. But it looks like we are all set to go. Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, one-on-one matchup here. This could definitely steal the show tonight. And now Owens, big stomp to the midsection. Looks like Kevin Owens got rid of that NWO shirt really fast. They're going to be affiliated with Judgment Day possibly. Didn't want any rumors floating around. Now Seth Rollins here, what's he thinking about? Nice fisherman's suplex. Gonna go for the pinfall. Will this be enough? Barely a 1 count. So obviously Seth is gonna have to do a lot more damage if he wants to win this matchup. But still to come tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we still have Bobby Roode taking on Sheamus one-on-one as these two teams will be getting ready for their tag team match at Judgment Day. Big E takes on Happy Corbin, and your main event, AJ Styles takes on Cesaro. As again a nice snap suplex there from Rollins. And now Seth is going to town on Kevin Owens. Big devastating punches. Kevin Owens will be very careful. Too many punches there, you got broken nose, and I mean Kevin Owens may like that, honestly. Brutal punches. And Rollins kind of signaling the end is near for Kevin Owens. Beautiful moonsault. The night has been all about moonsaults. Nothing wrong with that, you just don't want to overdo it, I guess. Owens trying to get back in this matchup here. And toss him up to the apron here. Uh-oh, this ain't good. This is not good for Seth. Back suplex there from Owens. And just like that, Kevin Owens changing up the trajectory of this matchup. At least it looked like he was. And Owens coming right after Seth frickin' Rollins. Punches and chops, kicks, punches, anything you can think of. And now big little suplex right against the steel steps. It's not something every day that you want to say that you've taken that. And now can Owens put away Seth Rollins here? Uh-oh. Halfway across the ring, Kevin Owens looking to fly here. Kevin Owens going to take his time and able to connect to the elbow. And again, Owens going to go for high flying again. But he's going to go up against it. And I feel like he should have just went for the pinfall the first time instead of wasting all this time. It would have been a 3 count, but fortunately for Owens, he was going to go high risk again. We'll see if it's going to cause him to lose this match at all. And now Owens with a nice suplex. Prize fighter is back, ladies and gentlemen. He is looking to put Seth Rollins on his list as he looks to climb on the rankings here for the Universal Championship. And now Kevin Owens looking to fly again. Could this be bad? Owens, frog splash there to Seth. Halfway across the man. It's not going to be feeling too good. 2. Oh, so close. And Owens telling the referee, count a little bit faster. Come on now. And Owens has him right where he wants him. He needs to kind of keep this up as much as he can. He's feeling this match slipping through the fingers of Seth Rollins. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Seth. What the hell is Seth Rollins thinking here? As Owens falls down to his knee. Oh. Oh, okay. I haven't seen that too much in the career of Seth Rollins. It's highly effective, though. And that may actually get Rollins a victory tonight. Oh, so close. 2.5. And now for Seth. How much more is in left of the tank of both men? It's a big question you got to think here. As, Rollins off the rope. Big curb stomp there to Owens. And that may be all she wrote. 2, 3. Seth frickin' Rollins with the win over Kevin Owens. And we are not going to hear the end of this. Seth Rollins with a win over Kevin Owens. Is this going to continue to grow? Is Seth Rollins going to mock Kevin Owens? Or will this be a one and done for Seth and Kevin? We are going to have to wait and find out next week here on Smackdown. And now everything's about to become glorious, ladies and gentlemen, as Robert Roode takes on Sheamus. Rivalry, like we mentioned, coming from NXT to SmackDown. And for the Dirty Dogs, it's something to continue to work on, especially with how they were treated with the Braun Brutes. Yeah, Dirty Dogs, you honestly could say they are not on the good side of fans. But maybe they can get support in this rivalry with the Braun Brutes with Sheamus and Pete Dunne. It's something that we'll see if the Glorious One and the Show-Off can get going tonight. But one step at a time for Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Roode and Ziggler still in phenomenal shape. All men in this matchup are all in phenomenal shape. There's now Sheamus making his way down to the ring with Pete Dunne. That fight night attire on, ladies and gentlemen. They don't care who they have to go through. They want to get those championships right back around their waist. They were the current NXT Tag Team Champions. They're supposed to be vacated due to them coming to SmackDown. So we'll see if Sheamus and Pete Dunne can get back on top of the wrestling tag team world. I don't think Pete Dunne and Sheamus could have been beaten there on NXT. With those tag teams that they had, Sheamus and Pete Dunne could have held those for a couple years, honestly. But nonetheless, these two tag teams go at it at Judgment Day, climbing up the rankings. Sheamus and Pete Dunne looking to climb up the rankings just a little bit more, since they were the ones that had to vacate their titles. Robert Roode, Dolph Ziggler looking to climb up the board as well. It's going to be a big night for Judgment Day. Like I keep mentioning, one of the bigger pay-per-views that SmackDown's not going to ever have. And I believe they're going to over-deliver in a good way. And it looks like we are all set for this match to begin, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Roode and Sheamus are all set. Who do you guys think is going to win? Let us know. The Glorious One against the Celtic Warrior. We're going to start us off with a backbreaker. Oh, he's going to go for more than one. Oh, he's going to go for a trifecta of them. Oh my goodness, that lower back is not going to be feeling good in the morning for Robert Roode. Come to think about it, that's not going to be good for anyone's lower back, wrestler or non-wrestler. He's very close. And a lot of people look past that. Robert Roode is a former WWE champion here in Universe Mode. Kind of fallen to the wayside over the years, becoming a tag team partner with other superstars over the years. And for Robert Roode, this is going to be a perfect time for him and Ziggler to turn it around. Ziggler, former United States champion, one of the best United States champions we've ever had here in Universe Mode. It's especially on Smackdown, the United States Championship a couple years ago here in WWE. The United States Championship was on here on SmackDown. It is returned back recently, but back in the early days of SmackDown. All four of these men are very, very dangerous. Brawling Brutes, I would say, a little bit more dangerous, more brutalic, if that is even a word, but nonetheless, these guys know each other quite well from NXT, coming over here to SmackDown now. Let's see what can go on. Now, Robert Roode looking to put him down for the count here. What a maneuver there. Oh, Robert Roode eating this up right now. Look for that pinfall. Could easily get the 3 count, possibly. Maybe if he didn't keep the crowd here in Tampa, Florida behind him. Trying to go for that glorious thing, but Sheamus a little bit too fast in the exchange there. So Roode wasn't able to get it off. Especially when you're facing a man like Sheamus, you cannot taunt unless you know for sure he's going to be down and out for a good while. Spine buster there from Robert Roode. Beautiful maneuver. Now, there's Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne. Both of them getting face to face here. And wait a minute. Sheamus. Oh no. Oh, it has him up there for the Celtic Cross. That could be up and over with. 2. No, the referee didn't see it. Referee didn't see it. And Sheamus picks up a win over Robert Roode. To be fair, he grabbed it at the very last second. But Sheamus picks up a big win. And a much needed win for the Brawling Brutes. Here is your co-main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Big E will be taking on Happy Corbin.
The following contest is scheduled for
Big E looking to be very, very dominant still here in Universe mode. One of the best Intercontinental champions that you could ultimately say we've ever had. And that's saying something. He was Intercontinental champion for a very long time, but we weren't sure if he'd ever drop it. The only time he dropped it after SummerSlam is due to him leaving, basically dropping the championship. He never did lose it. And for the Fiend, he's going to have a tough test against Big E. The question is, will you be able to win the Intercontinental Championship away from Big E? Big match that I'm looking forward here in 2 weeks' time on Judgment Day. And now here comes Happy Corbin. He's had his issues with Jeff Hardy over the month or so. And we'll see if Happy Corbin can kind of get over it. Yes, attacking Jeff Hardy backstage, hitting end of days and all that fun jazz. But when they actually had a match, Jeff Hardy got the upper hand over Happy Corbin. So we'll see if that rivalry continues or what's going to go on with that. As Happy Corbin makes his way down the ring. And for Happy Corbin, he's a little bit of a different character compared to what he was, and a lot of people want him to go back to what he was. They don't like him when he's happy. They want him to be bum-ass Corbin, courtesy of what Pat McAfee says. But it's as long as Baron Corbin's happy, that's all you gotta care about, I guess. A great night so far here on SmackDown. We're itching closer to the Judgment Day pay-per-view. A lot of big-name superstars coming our way. And after Judgment Day, the next pay-per-view is going to be the Royal Rumble. And superstars are going to be gearing up to becoming the superstar to headline WrestleMania. And if you guys didn't know it already, we're going to have a Women's Royal Rumble and a Men's Royal Rumble. So it's going to be a big night in the series for the Royal Rumble, Women's and Men's Royal Rumble. We'll see how that's going to fare. Looks like a Big E all fired up here. And by that time, we'll figure out who the champions are, new champions, retaining champions, what is exactly going to be going on. Look at Big E coming right after Baron Corbin. Oh, big knees. Big knees from the Intercontinental Champion. He's not going to pull around whatsoever. And then the Big E just stomping a mud hole in Corbin. Big E going to take some time to get the Tampa crowd behind him. Big E absolutely loves this area. Oh, he might have pissed off Happy Corbin. He's going to toss him a little bit closer to the ropes. Look at that, just wrenching of the head there of Big E. Is not going to be feeling too good. Of course, Baron Corbin is going to say, "This, you know what? This is your Intercontinental Champion. I could do a lot better." And ironically for Baron Corbin, he is a former Intercontinental Champion in the series, and a championship that Baron Corbin has ever won in this series. Only held it for one day. Won it at a pay-per-view the next night, losing it to Dean Ambrose. And Big E continuing to go to work here. And for Big E, this is going to be a big match for him in the terms of sending a message to the Fiend that, you know, he's not going to be a pushover. There's no referee in position, going to go for the pinfall, not even a one count. Big E's going to have to start picking up some big maneuvers here. Go kind of high risk, maybe. Go to the outside, go for some, I don't know, some spears through the ropes or something, I don't know. Look, the Big E here. Jumping splash right to the area of the ribs. Uh-oh. Big E looking to put away Happy Corbin here. Oh, but big reversal from Corbin. And now Big E in trouble. Big power slam there. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy making his way down to the ringside area here. And now, wait a minute. Cradle rolling up Corbin. 2, 3. How more humiliating is that? Jeff Hardy with the distraction. And Big E picks up the win. Not every day you'd see that. We saw that last week kind of with what Styles did to Cena. But Jeff Hardy helping out Big E at the last second. Corbin, look at this thing. This roll up, saving Big E today. And now, cannot ask for a better thing, unfortunately, for that. And wait a minute, Corbin going after Big E now. Not too happy with what just happened, and this is exactly what we saw last week. Happy Corbin, not too happy with what occurred last week. Or I should say, the outcome with what just happened. With Jeff Hardy getting involved. And Big E gonna look to put Happy Corbin in his place here. Big elbows to the midsection there. And, oh wait, no. No end of days to Big E. Happy Corbin gets his result that he wants.
This is going overboard. This is going way overboard.
Well, that was a definitely big crazy ending to that matchup, but now we get to see a good old-fashioned main event wrestling technical matchup, as here comes Cesaro, John Cena accompanying Cesaro. Cesaro and Cena still kind of trying to find their identity. Cesaro, before having John Cena, you know, Cesaro doing pretty good. I'm not saying Cena's bringing him down whatsoever, but with that star power, you know, Cesaro's going to have a lot to live up to. And no offense to Cesaro, he can definitely do it. I definitely see him being a world champion here definitely soon. Just needs to pick up some more big-time wins. For Cesaro, he's looking to get it done against your United States champion. Styles won last week due to a cradle. Cena kind of escalating it in the terms of, you know, not too happy, attacking AJ Styles and whatnot, and ultimately hitting an AA from the top rope. As now here comes your United States champion AJ Styles. And for AJ Styles, big opportunity to defeat both men, a part of this alliance, I guess you could say, between Cesaro and John Cena. Good friends. They're going to get some championships around their waist, but Styles, he needs a challenger. And a lot of people are thinking that maybe, Cena getting another opportunity would be a logical opportunity, but, if Cesaro wins tonight, maybe Cesaro should be the one getting that opportunity. Maybe tonight or even next week we'll find out who AJ Styles will be facing for that United States Championship. The crowd here in Tampa Bay is ready for this matchup. Two absolute brutes going at it. Styles and Cesaro. Every time I see that title on AJ Styles, I don't ever want to see him lose that title. Even if he's a good guy, bad guy, whatever he is, that championship looks really good around his waist. But this is a non-title matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Cesaro taking on AJ Styles. Going to be a barn burner for sure. Here we go. AJ Styles here. Oh, running right into the referee. That is not something Cesaro wants to keep on doing there. It's spiking Cesaro right on his head. Cesaro's going to do anything possible to continue to climb up the rankings here. Especially with Cena, that's going to help out with John Cena backing Cesaro. May take him some time, but I think Cesaro definitely can become world champion. And Cesaro getting hit with that moonsault. Could that be enough to put him away? 2 2.5. Look at Styles. He's like, hey, he's got more fight than I thought he would. Uh-oh. AJ Styles looking to fly here. Go for the elbow, catching the lower back there of Cesaro at the last second. Look at these devastating punches taking it to Cesaro here early. Stretch on that lower neck there of Cesaro. Wrenching that bad boy in. Big punch there from Cesaro. And now Cesaro looking to make a big name for himself here. Uh-oh. Cesaro, power bomb to the outside. That is not going to be feeling too good. Oh, Cesaro feeling himself up here. He needs to stay on AJ Styles. Or Styles capitalizes here. But just like that, Styles actually does capitalize and has Cesaro in trouble. And look at Styles all fired up here. Cesaro. Oh, he's being told to bring it back inside the ring. Cesaro's going to bring it back in. And now both men are going to go to war. Oh my God, what a hard Irish whip into those turnbuckles. Look at Cena keeping a close eye on this matchup. Could definitely be the #1 contender, even though Cena did lose last week. More of a cradle, but it still counts as a victory. As now Styles, oh my goodness, Cesaro moving out of the way, but I don't even think AJ Styles was really close whatsoever in the first place. As oh no, look at this. Look how impressive this is from Cesaro. Man, he gets more and more impressive each and single week that we see him. Oh my goodness. 2.9, the last second, kicking out. And now Cesaro going to drag him away from, at least try to drag him away. It seemed like it was a little bit difficult to do it at first. Oh, big reversal from AJ Styles though. Telling Cesaro to get back up to his feet. But he makes him pay. If you tell someone to get up to his feet, you got to be very careful and not just threaten him to do it anyway. Uh-oh. Looking for a sharpshooter. Styles, middle of the ring, nowhere to go. Referee right there. To make sure that Styles, if he was to tap out, he's right there. Oh, just wrenching in on that lower back, but Styles somehow able to get out of it. And look at Styles, just eating these punches. Man, that clothesline, back of the neck. And Styles does not want this. Cesaro's very fired up right now. He's got that adrenaline going here. And has him into the corner. This key reversal. You don't know what Styles, or I should say Cesaro, had in store for Styles there. Uh-oh. On that left knee. Uh-oh. Big old leg drop right there in the back of the neck. Oh, Cena and Styles. You could feel the tension, pardon me. You could cut it with a knife. Styles gonna take his time and got himself back into the ring. See if he can continue to capitalize as he plants him with a DDT. Both men going to war here. Swinging neck breaker. May not be too highly effective, but it definitely does some damage. Uh-oh. Styles. Gonna go for the Styles clash. Down goes Cesaro. And this may be all she wrote. 2, 3. AJ Styles picks up a win over John Cena last week and this week Cesaro. What a main event. A lot of good back and forth action there. Styles just ultimately gets the upper hand over Cesaro. Look at this maneuver earlier in the matchup. How crazy that is. The strength and power of that leading to a Styles clash. AJ Styles with a big win. What is next for AJ Styles? Who will he be facing at Judgment Day?
Certainly an unusual strategy.
And look at now, Cena on top of the apron, taking his shirt off. Looks like AJ Styles too sweet in the crowd here, waiting for Cena to get in the crowd. Both inside the ring. It looks like both men face to face. Looks like, oh wait, Styles gonna go ahead and punch him right away. Not gonna wait around. And now wait, Cena not playing around either. Attitude adjustment. Cena ain't playing games. Styles was the first one to strike there. Surprisingly not playing around. Now Cena gonna go ahead and hit him with a big old drop kick. Seemed like Cena was maybe gonna try talking face to face with AJ Styles, but ultimately that not happening yet. Now Cena gonna get his hands dirty here. This is not what you normally want to see. Wait a minute, Cena. Oh, this is a little shades of last week here. Cena. Oh my God, not another one. Not another one from last week. Oh my God. An avalanche. Attitude adjustment. Cena sending a message here. But now Cena's not done yet. Cena here. Big old attitude adjustment again. And Cena gets the upper hand. And it looks like there's a referee right there. He has a microphone in his pocket. Cena gonna go ahead and grab that real quick and see what Cena has to say. I talked to The Rock earlier tonight, and at Judgment Day, your United States Championship is gonna be put on the line, AJ Styles, and it's gonna be up against me. No more cradles, no more of that BS crap. We're gonna have ourselves a good old wrestling match at Judgment Day. I'll see you there where you get your attitude adjusted. And look at Cena. He's all fired up, ladies and gentlemen. Big challenge and big match coming your guys' way. It is official. AJ Styles versus John Cena for the United States Championship at Judgment Day.